Good afternoon. It is your instructor Greg, and just wanted to welcome you to week 3, the week we also like to call the week that falls after week 2 but before week 4. It's my personal pet name for it. But hey, I'm coming to you from the AK Smiley Library. I think it's like 100 years old or something. It's in Redlands, and pretty cool environment, pretty cool architecture, some nice stained glass. Check out that stained glass. There it is. And now I'm going to come to you with my head in the trees. All right, so a couple things to go over. Number one, first wanted to commend you on your posts this past week. Got much more depth, learned a lot more meaningful things about each of you through your own posts, but also through other people's questions. Again, just a reminder to ask questions in those forums. Keep that discussion going. If you just agree, you will kill the discussion, and that is one of my personal specialties, discussion killing, so I know what I'm talking about in that regard. Transitioning on to another topic, see, I just killed the discussion there. Just this week, wanted to give you a little preview. You'll go into to lessons, to Unit 3. In there, you're going to see that you'll be reading London Tannehill chapters 4 and 5. Building the curriculum, you'll see a great list on page 74 about questions to ask when you're building a curriculum from scratch. Such a nebulous task, such an overwhelming task of building a curriculum from scratch. So that those particular questions will just give you a great framework of where do I begin? How do I put one foot in front of the other as I do this thing? Chapter 5, we'll talk about evaluating the curriculum, how important it is to evaluate the curriculum, what you're teaching, to evaluate your program, and to see if it's actually achieving what you intend for it to achieve. So definitely read those 2 chapters. You'll also see in Unit 3 a PowerPoint presentation. The PowerPoint, I will warn you, is a little bit dated in that it refers to the NASPE, N-A-S-P-E, National Physical Education Standards. That was part of an organization known as AFERD, which used to be the National Organization for Health and Physical Educators. AFERD, within the last couple of years, has changed its name to SHAPE America. That stands for Society of Health and Physical Educators America. And so that is the new national organization that has just a ton of great resources for you. So in there, you're going to, it might refer to NASPE standards, just know that it's talking about SHAPE America's national PE standards, which are very similar, just the language has been updated a little bit. Speaking of those, you're going to read, you'll see links there. I've added links for you to access the SHAPE America national PE standards. Read through that web page that is linked there. You'll also see below that a link to SHAPE America's grade level outcomes for K-12 physical education. In that, you'll see that they take each of those 5 national standards. They break it down into more specific standards or statements of what students should know and be able to do with regard to those specific areas at each grade level. So it's a very detailed document, the grade level outcomes, but super handy in seeing the progression of skills from one year to the next and what students should be able to know and do as a result of your being in your PE program. You'll also see the state version of that, the Physical Education Model Content Standards for California Public Schools. There's a link in Unit 3 for that also. Please check that out. Note the structure of that. You'll see 5 overarching standards in grades K through 8 that are very similar, very aligned to the national PE standards. And then for grades 9 through 12, the high school grades, the state standards kind of condense those standards even more into 3 standards, 3 overarching standards. But as you flip through the pages of those grade level standards, you'll notice that each grade has about 10 to 20 content standards, specific content standards for each of those overarching standards for each grade level. So again, you don't need to memorize that, but flip through that, look at the progression, maybe pick one skill like throwing or catching, and see how it progresses from grade level to grade level as you flip through the standards. Okay, so that's another resource for you to read. It's definitely a busy week for you, so I'd get started early. It's already Tuesday. If you're in China, like Amy, it might already be Wednesday by the time you're seeing this. So get a head start. You're also going to have a couple forums due this week. One is more of a reflection based forum. One of them, the reflection does give a verse of scripture to think about and contemplate and react to. Even if you are not a Christian, that is totally okay. We're glad you're in this class. Even if you're not a Christian, you do have values, you do have beliefs about something. So we would love to hear your values and beliefs and how they shape you in regard to the subject matter discussed in the forum. There is another forum on grade level standards and skill sequencing. So that you will definitely want to refer to the grade level outcomes document that I mentioned earlier. That'll help you significantly as you complete that mini assignment within the forum and post it. So I think that's it. Thanks again for your hard work so far. Like I said, I've seen a dramatic improvement in the quality of the forum posts and the responses. So keep up the great work there. It's been absolutely thrilling to get to know each of you a little more each week, and I look forward to that continuing this week. So anyway, from Smiley Library in Redlands, from the tree above my head, from the stained glass window, and from, I don't know, some other cool architecture, have a great week. Thanks. Bye.